Please give a warm JMU welcome to former Governor Mark Warner.
Thank you guys for coming out. I understand you also had to move a room or two to get here, so that's real dedication. If I was in college and come to see a speaker and I had to move rooms, I might have just decided, well, maybe it's better time to go have a beer or a nap. So I'm happy. After I got done with my tenure as governor, I thought for a while about pursuing national office. There was some wistful thinking this past week, but I also realized that the night before the New Hampshire primary, as opposed to knocking on doors in frigid New Hampshire, I was taking my youngest daughter to the Hannah Montana concert. There are a whole host of problems in this country that are so big that are going to require such transformative change that unless we can show to the American people that not only do we have the right ideas, but that there's some level of kind of cross-party line support, if we don't fix some of these issues, then America's standing in the world, I think, will dramatically change. An issue in particular that I've gotten very passionate about, and one that might have this chance to really galvanize people beyond many of our traditional issues, is energy. I think it is potentially the issue that could do more to fundamentally galvanize all American people across party lines. It could do more in terms of restoring our stature in the world. It could do more in terms of job creation and in security than in our nation's security than almost any other issue. Most people who are Democrats, when they start thinking about the energy issue, normally think about it from the environmental concerns. I believe we can make the argument about why we need to change our energy habits really based on three other areas: security, America's standing in the world, and job creation. I would sum up our current energy policies as, as simply as could be defined almost as, let's go borrow money from China and then buy oil from countries around the world that don't like us. Now the fact is we may be the only country in modern history that's literally funding both sides of a war. The third area of why we should do this is, quite honestly, is about job creation. Well, I'll make the argument right here that the next 25 years, 10 to 25 years, the single greatest wealth creator, job creator, in terms of a new driving industry, if you were going to switch this debate from politics to, all right, Governor, tell me where you ought to go into if I was graduating, I would say it's the development of alternative energy sources. This is an area that is absolutely ripe for what this country's best at. Taking on a problem, unleashing the powers of innovation, and actually finding a fix. But my biggest concern with the president is not the policy differences. My biggest concern with this president is I don't think he is trusted enough in the character of the American people, in our ability to respond at moments of crisis with a little bit of shared sacrifice if somebody makes a big ask. I was running for governor when 9/11 happened, and then became governor a couple of months later. There was such a spirit in this country. There was nothing I think that the American people wouldn't have done in response to 9/11. If there had been a call that would have said, we're going to decrease our commitment to foreign oil by 75% in 5 years, American people would have said, sign me up. That moment passed. And if we're going to get it right, it's going to take all of us in some form of united action. This isn't the first time this has happened. I mean, my gosh, in the last 100 years, we all are sure studying history in one level or another. You go back from the threat of World War II to rebuilding Europe to the question of Russia when they launched Sputnik and the scientific and technological exchange, or Reagan taking on communism. There's been a half dozen times in the last 100 years where this country has had moments of great crisis where the character of the American people have been called upon to step up, and they've done the right thing. And that's one of those times again right now. I appreciate the fact that you all care enough about your community and Commonwealth and country to come out and hear an unemployed politician job out there. But I hope in some small way I can be part of making that call to step up and doing my part to roll up my sleeves and try to get it done.